I'm giving you all the tea on how to succeed in college. I went to nursing school for 4 years. Yes, it was a 4-year program. Started nursing for my first year. Finished my 4th year, graduated with summa cum laude. So that's like the highest GPAs that you can graduate with. Also got an award for the honor walk, which is a big deal in my school, which means you have contributed to the community. So this means I was doing lots of community events. I was the president of a multicultural student council. I was also the vice president of diversity and inclusion for the Student Government Association, which is a big deal. And I also served on the diversity council with the presidents of the school and other board members. So I did a lot in the school. Those are just to name a couple things, and I maintained a 3.9 GPA in nursing school. Now I'm going to tell y'all how I did it, because I feel like I have some of the best time management techniques out there. My time management techniques go crazy. There's no way I was pre-med plus nursing. And if you don't know, pre-med and nursing are two entirely different things. It's almost impossible to do both of them. Like when I came in, my advisor was like, are you sure you want to do that for yourself? Let me tell you, the only way you can graduate in 4 years with both pre-med and nursing is if you firstly, you will max out on credits every single semester. You aren't allowed to take more than 18 credits any semester unless you're an honor student. So I had to max out all my credits every single semester. And then I also had to take summer classes if I wanted to finish in 4 years, and that's what I did. So I was maxing out on my credits, took the highest amount of credits, and I wasn't taking easy classes. I was taking like the higher level bio, the higher level chem, because that's what you need to write the MCAT. So that's what's in the pre-med curriculum. And I was also taking the nursing classes, which some can also be a challenge if this is your first time being exposed to them. So all to say, I'm gonna toot my own horn. I did that shit, so I'm gonna share with y'all how you can do that shit too. Got my trusty dusty planner here. This is not dusty at all. This is I love this journal so much. Let's start off. Advice 1, write everything in a planner. I didn't have a planner my first year, and I was a little bit scatterbrained, but I was really just getting situated to the United States. I was living in Nigeria before, and I came to the United States for college. And so I adopted a planner my 2nd year, and it literally changed the way everything worked. Before we even get into like why the hell do you need a planner, or how to choose a planner, or all those things, let's go over the basics. So basically, you need this planner so that you can write every single thing inside. This planner is going to help you organize things. Let's talk about buying a planner. The planner is very important because every single commitment you have, whether you have a club meeting, you have an assignment, you have a test, you need to study for something, you're going for lunch with your friends, you're going out on a date, you're going to the movies, you're having some scheduled time for yourself, you have a workout, an extracurricular, no matter what the hell you're doing, you are writing it in your planner. And this is so key, especially if you want to juggle multiple things, or if you've never had to juggle a lot of things in your life together at the same time, and maybe you have ADHD, and I set myself up for everything, like literally everything, write it down because you will forget. You'll be here thinking, oh, that dinner date I had with my friends on Friday, I'm going to remember. If you're so full on Friday that there's so much bugging you, have a test, you have an exam, you have an assignment, all this stuff is due on Friday, you're not going to remember that dinner date. So it's really important that you write things down. So for picking out your planner, which is honestly, I think the most crucial part, because you want to feel motivated to use that planner. The first question you ask yourself, are you a virtual girl / digital girl, or are you like, I like to write on paper? Personally, I grew up in secondary school and primary school. We use our hands to write every single note, so I've always been more of a write it down girly. And even now that I have my actual planner on my iPad, I write it down. I'm not a type it out girl. So I'll write everything I have and I'll write it in my planner. So you ask yourself, do I want to write it in a physical planner, or do I want to write it in a digital planner, like on an iPad, like the one that I have, or do I want to put it on like a doc that syncs to everything, or like an app that syncs to everything? If you're somebody who is forgetful and you do not check at the beginning of the week, or you do not check the night before, or you don't check a couple days before, it is really important, if you like digital planners, to get yourself more of an app that syncs to everything. So using Google Calendar or using an Apple, the iCalendar, those will be key for you because you can put everything you need on there. And I've never used iCalendar before, but my friend who used iCalendar, she uses it faithfully. So every single time I'm like, hey, let's get lunch, she's like, okay, write it down on iCal and then send it to me and give me an invite so that she can accept it, otherwise she'll forget. And this wasn't even in like college, this was in my master's program, which I loved. You just, they carry you through life. I am somebody who likes to write it down, so because I like to write it physically, I'll write it in my iPad so I'm not carrying multiple pages. But that means that because I'm writing it down, I'm not syncing it up. And so I have to check my planner every single beginning of the week, and then every single day, especially before I go to bed or in the afternoon, I need to check exactly what I have for that day so I know what I have. And then in the morning as well, I check what I have for that day too. It's super helpful, especially if your calendars don't sync up. If you're somebody who is more of the writing type and you like to write what exactly you're going to do on paper, then you should get a planner that fits your needs. So my parents, they have these big ass bulky calendars, but that fits their needs. It's great for them. If you can't deal with the big ass bulky planners, then get yourself a small planner. Their planners like this size, they're the cutest planners. You can buy some super cute ones on Etsy, on Amazon, in your local stationery shop. They have so many different sizes because not everybody likes bulky things. Some people like the longer, thinner things. Some people like the smaller things. So get one that fits your needs, because you're going to want to carry this around with you essentially everywhere, because you never know when you'll need it. You can be on a walk with a friend and they'll be like, hey, what are you doing this time? Do you want to go get lunch together? And you'd be like, oh, my bulky ass planner is at home. I need to write that down. Let me see if I can go for lunch for you. And I don't have to procrastinate checking later because it's somewhere else. So having it with you at all times, which is why I love the digital ones. But also why when I wasn't in college, I didn't use a digital one because I did not have an iPad in college. I had physical, so I had a physical one, and it was small. It was about this size, super cute, and I wrote to write every single thing that I have. Otherwise, I would have been disorganized. All that to say, if you see somebody else with a planner and it's so cute for them, if it's not your vibe, if it's not your style, it's too bulky for you, don't go for it. This is very important for you to have, so you need to go for something that is your vibe, your style, something that you're going to use. You're going to use it all year long. So don't be a cheapskate and be like, hey, I don't think I'm going to get this one, even though I really like it, and get something that's ugly and that you don't like, because you're not going to want to use it. And this thing is an investment. It's lasting you all year. It's saving you tons of money because you're not retaking a class because you forgot to write the test on it because you didn't study. So this is one thing you're not going to want to cheapskate on, especially if you're going to college, a planner. The next step, once you get this planner, you are going to write every single thing in it. And when I mean every single thing, I like to do this very sequentially. So once I get to school, from the beginning of campus, from the first day that we get into class, the first class we have with that teacher, you know how they always do, this is the syllabus day, this is the first day of class, what are y'all's names? Hi, my name is this, hi, my name is that. Okay, we're done chit-chatting about ourselves, doing icebreakers. Let's open up the syllabus and see what we have, so we can also see the rules of the class, no eating in class, no drinking in class. I still be eating and drinking because I'm hungry. But anyways, you're looking at everything, and then you decide, okay, I see the days that we have tests, and sometimes some tests are temporary. Sometimes the teachers will put it in yellow which days are tests, and then what you're doing in certain parts of the curriculum, what assignments are due. So once you get that thing and you go to all your classes, the first week, that weekend, you are going to sit down. I know y'all don't be doing anything the first week of school because you just intros to classes, icebreakers. You have so much free time built in between your schedule already. When you have that free time built in between your schedule, you're going to sit your little butt down. You're going to bring out your planner, and you are going to take every single assignment, every single test, every single exam, and you're going to put it in. And then if you are on the executive board, or if you are part of a club and you have, I was the president of my club, and so I had the entire list for the whole semester of all the meetings, I believe. And then if you're just a regular member of the club, we usually release monthly what meetings we have. You're going to take monthly the meetings you have, and you will put them on your planner as well. And then every single month, you're going to do a quick scan of your calendar to add things that you may not have had the month before. So like I said, if they're renewing meetings every single month, you're going to get the planner, and every single month at the end of the month, you'll renew for the next month to know when things are happening. The next time management tip, which may be super underrated in your first year, is I hear a lot of people saying, I don't want to get involved with X, Y, and Z in my first year because it's my first year. while I might say it might not be the best to get involved with a job that you have to commit with, especially if it's full-time, I would say it's really important to get started on clubs. Not jobs that you have to be there. If you are able and you have the privilege to not have to work that first semester of college and feel your way out, please do that. That's an important time for you to feel your way out, you to commit to other things, and to really figure out what college feels like to your body and this newness. I would say don't work that first semester if you have that privilege, but do join clubs. And don't just join any club because somebody's like, join a club. Join a club because you like what they're doing, you feel passionate about it, you feel drawn to it. I, in my freshman year, joined the Multicultural Student Council because there was no BSU in my school at the time. That was the only like Black people or POC people organization, because we also were PWI. So it was white people, left, right, and center. Anyways, I needed a place to call home, and that was like the MSC, that's what it stands for, served as like the International Students Organization, served as the BSU, served as the Caribbean students, the Nigerian students. It served as everything. Anything Black, anything not white was for that organization. Like anything not white, anything that was not the norm. So literally, like, I would say, because we did not have an LGBTQ+, we did not have an allies organization at the time. So honestly, that kind of served as an ally organization at the time too. So anything that wasn't white or straight kind of fell into us, which I loved because I got to meet such really cool people. Anyways, you should also, I was also really interested in the dance team, so I auditioned for that. Funny story, I auditioned for that thing every single year I was at that school, and they had auditions, I went for them. And a lot of the girls, no tea, I'm not spilling any tea, that's it, that's all y'all got. That's all y'all get for me. That's all you'll get from me. Okay, so by going ahead and committing to these organizations or putting your name down on the member list, you'll get their emails about when meetings are, like when they have special events, and start going to these special events. Start meeting people. You'll meet people who are like you, people who you can get lunch and dinner with, people who you can chat with, people who have similar interests to you. And that way you're kind of building your friend group, you're kind of figuring out who you are, you're learning from people with a different perspective or similar shared perspectives. But you're also adding something to your commitment list. So it's not like when you get to the second year of college, you're like, oh, I spent so much time in my academics, how do I fit things in now? No, you already know how to fit certain things in from your first year. So once, like for me, it was amazing that I started off with MSC as a regular member, and I was able to do my academics at the same time, because that first semester, academics aren't crazy. Your teachers know this is your first year in college, so they're really just introducing you to a lot of things. So make sure you join your organizations at this time. It's really essential. Also, I'll do another video on this about just like prepping yourself for growth in college, but that was really essential for me to become president of MSC. I was there for my freshman year. From when I stepped into that school, I would love that organization. And so being there from the beginning, seeing it, I was able to take better care of it. By the time I went to, I became secretary, then I went to vice president, then I became president. So that's a whole story on its own. But you'll be better equipped to serve in these positions and to give your time to other things if you already started off college with giving your time to other things that you're passionate about.